Let's look at all the problems for B. So let's not do that. We're going to name the intersection of plane pi and plane I. We did that yesterday, and we said it was the line, either line BS or SB, however you want to write that. But it has to be written like that. Remember, we only use 2 letters to name a line. Another name for plane pi. So what has to happen if we're going to name our plane differently? Karma, how are we going to name that plane in a different way?
Plane G or J.
G what?
GBL.
GBL. So we use 3 letters, but they can't be collinear points. 3 points. So one of the ways we could do this, we could call it plane GBL. Don't need to put commas, don't need to put points or anything. It's just plain GBL. All right. Let's see. Name the intersection of line MG and line BS. So, back table. What did you guys decide the intersection of line MG and line BS were? Hold on, I'm going to. There's MG and line BS. What's that intersection? Point C. That is correct. Name a point that is collinear with M and C. So collinear with M and C. Far table. So what does collinear mean? In the same line. So here is our, that's the line we're talking about. M and G would be one way to name that. C is also, or MC is on there, but you said point G, correct? And that is correct. Okay, so now the next 4 deal with the last figure. And we have 2 planes that are parallel to each other. They're not going to intersect, and we have a line on each plane, and then we have a line that goes through both planes, like a pencil going through both of those. Okay, so let's talk about the first question. Name the intersection of plane pi and line LC. So plane pi, this plane, and then line LC. Where do they intersect? Middle table, what did you put? Point C. Anybody agree? Everybody agree? It is point C. The next one, there's no number. Name the intersection of plane I and line LC. So that's the plane above and line LC. Back table, what did you say the intersection of line LC and plane I were? Point L, that is correct. Anybody? Everybody else good on that? Okay. The next one, name a point that is coplanar with H and L. So coplanar, side. What does coplanar mean, Kara?
It's on the same plane.
It's on the same plane. So what did your group say?
Point P.
Point P, that is correct. Any other points that we can name on that plane? No, there's no others identified. Okay, and then the last one, name the opposite ray of ray CB. So, far table. What's the ray that is opposite ray CB? Ray CJ. So ray CB goes from here to there. And so the opposite ray has to start in the same point and go the other direction. So that's here to here. So yes, it is ray CB, and it would be written, CJ, and it would be written like that. No other way to write it. Has to be that way. Okay. Wonderful. Time is up. Let's talk about what we need to have on this. This is plane ABS, so we know we have to have a point A and a point B and a point S. That cannot be on the same line, correct? A, B, and S have to be 3 points on our plane that are not on the same line. Okay, so that's this first part. Now we have to have 3 lines on our plane. Notice that these two share what point? Point A. So I'm going to draw, first of all, I'm going to draw line AB. And then I'm going to have to draw a line AK so that K is using point A. Good? So that takes care of ABS plane, line AB, and line AK. Now, we also have line CD. Does it tell us any information that would lead us to believe that it intersects with any of the other 2 lines? We don't know. So you could have line CD drawn here. Sorry, that's not a very good picture. You see what I'm trying to do there, trying to show? You could have your line CD over here, however you want to do it. But at the point, right now, we don't know if it intersects. It could. We don't know. There's no point to say that it does intersect. So you could have it outside. And I think since it doesn't tell us that it intersects, I would prefer that it be not intersecting with those other 2 lines. We don't know. I mean, technically. And there's C and D. Technically, lines extend forever, so they would intersect at some point, but we don't know right now what's happening. Okay, there's number 2, or number 1. Now try number 2 on your own. Okay, number 2, lines AB and CD intersect at point G. So I know I have 2 lines that are intersecting. Whoops, why does it do that? Because I didn't have that. So I have a line that intersects with a line. And I know this point where they intersect is point G, correct? Right there. So one of the lines is AB, so I know I need to have A and B on this line, and I'm going to put them opposite, but does it have to be like that? A and B just need to be on this line somewhere. And then CD on the other line, so I could put point C there, I could put point D there, couldn't I? I could. Or I could put D further down. But the fact is the 2 lines intersect at point G. All right? Number 3, go. So number 3, CD and AK intersect. It's very similar to what we just did. Here's my C and there's D, and it's going to intersect with another line that is AK. And where they intersect is point S. Right there. Good? All right, try number 4. Oh, geez. Okay. We have 2 lines that intersect, and where do they intersect? What point? So we know that this point needs to be point A. And the first line is called line AB. So I'm just going to pick a line and put point B on it. There we go. The other line is AK, so it can't be on the same line as AB, so I'm going to put it right there. There's my second line, AK. All right, so now what I want you to do is you're going to draw a big plane on the back of that paper, a big plane. I want you to try to, could we combine all 4 of these things into one figure? Let's try it. That's your work for the rest of the hour, to try to make all of this on one plane. All 4 points work. So get a new sheet of paper out.